so mean to me. In this country, these kids were pressed. Boys didn't really like me. They didn't want anything to do with me. People really tried to make me feel like I wasn't that bitch. Are they crazy? I laugh. I chuckle. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl o.oremanagement. It's me and I'm back with another video, and today I am here with a story time. I know you guys always ask me for story times and I never deliver, but today I'm delivering. I'm delivering you a very juicy story, a very important story, something that matters. And that story is about my transition from Nigeria to America. A lot of you guys don't know. A lot of y'all think I'm British for some reason. A lot of you guys think I'm American, but I'm neither. I'm Nigerian. I was not born in this country. I was born in Nigeria, honey, okay? And today I'm gonna be telling you guys a story. I'm gonna be telling you guys how it went down. I'm gonna be telling you guys what it was like coming to this ghetto ass country, how I was treated, mistreated. Yeah, it's just gonna be a kiki, so make sure to like, comment, and subscribe because it helps me out a whole lot. The YouTube algorithm is changing, okay? It's changing, so we need to change with it, and I need my people to come. I need y'all to come hard for your girl because I need you. So yeah, like, comment, and subscribe. Also turn on the bell so you can be notified when I post because, like I said, the algorithm. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into this story. I have Aziza with me on the phone. She's here because I just felt like I'll be more comfortable with her on the phone. This is gonna be a bit of a get ready with me because, as you can see, all I have on is my eyebrows. So let's go ahead. I'm not gonna talk about the products, but I will link them down below just in case anybody's interested and wants to go check them out on your own if you want to. Let's start with the backstory because to understand the person that I am, the way that I became this, then we need to talk about the backstory. The backstory was located in Nigeria. Lagos, Nigeria to be exact. I grew up in Ikeja and my grandfather had this huge house and it was the #1 house on the street. It was literally called #1. I'm not gonna say the rest in case some people who are watching Nigeria try to go run up on my family, you know. Back in the day, before America started trying to like stop immigrants from coming into the country, this is when they actually wanted people to come into the country. They would like do these little visa things, and basically it would be kind of like a lottery. Basically how the lottery works, like a bunch of people pay whatever amount and like fill out an application, or I guess, and basically to come to America, and some people win, and my mom won. It was actually my mom that entered the contest and she won. When I was born is when they found out that they won the lottery. Like a couple weeks before I was born, or like a couple days after I was born, something like that. That's why they named me Orelua, because that means God's gift. When I was 13 months old, my parents finally left Nigeria and they went to America, and they left us behind. And the reason why they left us behind is because my dad somehow convinced my mom that we needed to be in Nigeria while they came here and tried to like figure it out, because it would be harder for them to do that when we're there. Whatever, that's a bunch of bullshit if you ask me. But yeah, so they did leave us in Nigeria, and we basically grew up with our grandparents and just like my mom's old side of the family raising us. And that was because, like I said, my grandfather had a huge house and everybody lived there. My aunts lived there, my uncles lived there, all my cousins lived there. Everybody had their own little like area in that compound. So I literally just grew up around oh, the powder is all in my nose. Woo! That Fenty. Anyways, yeah, so I basically just grew up just always around family, and I feel like it really contributed to my confidence and just like the type of person I am overall, because I never experienced bullying. I feel like growing up around so much family in such a small community, I was always very sheltered. And by that I mean like the school that I went to was literally down the street from my grandparents' house. It was owned by one of our family friends. I never had to go outside of my family, and I never really experienced much. Like I never really got out. My mom has 14 siblings, y'all, mind you, because my grandfather had 3 wives and a lot of kids. So it was like unlimited family. You don't need nobody else. That's just what it was for me in Nigeria. Now fast forward 8 years later and my grandmother dies, which which was really sad. So when my grandmother passed away, my mom, of course, had to come down. Mind you guys, I haven't seen my mom since I was 1. So keep that in mind, like, keep that in mind. She never came to Nigeria like all those years, like that 9 years. But it wasn't really that big of a deal, honestly. We talked to her all the time. It wasn't like, oh my god, my mom is gone. You know, you would think it would be like that, but it really wasn't. My mom and her sisters are very close. Like, even till today, they talk every day. So yeah, my mother came down for the funeral, and we had already gotten our visas. Like, she had to do like a whole processing and everything. The process was ready. Like, me and my sister, our processing was done, and it was basically time for us to come to America. Like, we could come at any time we were ready. So my mom was like, well, since she's already going to Nigeria for the funeral, then this is the perfect time for us to like come back with her. This was like basically my first time meeting my mom, like, was when she came for the funeral. It was really emotional, you know. I don't really remember much because I was like 9 years old, but I just do remember like seeing her at the airport because we went to the airport with my uncle. Let me tell you guys my thought process when I was coming to America, because I feel like that's really important. When I lived in Nigeria, I knew very little about America. Very little. Not even very little. I knew nothing. America was a foreign place to me. It was like heaven or something. I don't want to compare America to heaven because it's not heaven. When I was young, I was naive, I was dumb. I just thought it was like, well, maybe I should say it was like Narnia. For some reason, I thought everybody in America lived on an airplane. I don't know what that was about. I think it's because of Soul Train, because I watched Soul Train and I saw the black people on the plane, and it looked like they were just chilling. So now I'm in America, the ghetto. I was truly living the ghetto life. And by that, I mean, kids were so mean to me. Mind you, I grew up when I was in Nigeria, I was the princess. Like, not to say I was the princess, but I was the princess. I was that bitch. I thought I was. When I came here, I was humbled. Period. Because kids were really mean. Like, I don't know what it was. And I grew up in A-Leaf, which is the ghetto.
The ghetto.
The ghetto. You know, it was mostly a community of Black, Hispanic, Asian, African. It was very diverse, except for white people. That's literally how you explain A-Leaf. I would say, like, throughout my high school experience, middle school, intermediate school, elementary school, every year we probably had like 1 or 2 white kids, or 3. Yeah, they definitely would make fun of me for being African. They definitely did try to make me feel like I wasn't important, or like I didn't mean anything, or like I didn't matter. And that was very strange to me because I grew up in a country where everybody was Black. Everybody was Black, everybody was African. Nobody thought I was strange. Like, nobody thought I was weird. Nobody thought I was this confusion. Like, nobody had all these questions. Nobody was all over me. Like, nobody was just worried about me unless they needed to be. In this country, these kids were pressed. Mind you, I never went out of my way to start trouble or even to talk to anybody. I was just filling the place out. I was really quiet when I first got here. I was trying to see what it was about and see what I fit in. And I just thank God that I'm a person that was really good with change, because I was extremely good with the transition. Like, I think I just kind of knew that it was better for me to be here than for me to be in Nigeria. So basically, when I was in elementary school, kids were definitely curious. They would be asking me the dumbest questions, the stupidest questions ever. American kids knew nothing about Africa. Like, it's so sad how America does not educate their kids about other places, and like they don't really tell them the truth. I don't know if it's that they're not telling them or they're not telling them the truth, because American kids had the dumbest questions to ask me. Did I grow up around lions? Were there lions around me? Do I speak African? Just dumb stuff. Just the regular stuff, okay? I hate talking about this stuff because honestly, to me, I didn't care. These kids thought I was weird. I thought they were weird, okay? Y'all are the weird ones. So it's like, we both think each other's weird, so it's okay. It's okay. You know, it was just a situation where we were just looking at each other like this. Like, who's gonna budge? Because it's not me. I'm that bitch. But yeah, I basically just stayed to myself, and that's how I survived life. It did kind of get better in high school because for some reason African kids became cool. But it's like, we've always been cool. You people just didn't open your eyes. You just didn't open your eyes. You saw something that was different, and you just, instead of you to try to understand it, you just cast it aside, you know? the difference between Nigeria and America is like huge difference. It's like a whole different ball game. I was very appreciative of everything that I had because I came from a place, even though my family wasn't like poor, I don't know, I just really appreciated everything that I had here because I didn't have that in Nigeria. Like, I have cousins who live in Nigeria. Their lives are completely different than mine. Completely. That's crazy to me. And that's why when kids would say stupid things to me or try to make me feel some type of way about who I was, I would just look at them like, you guys are so ungrateful. If only you knew what I knew, you know? I know what it was to come from there to come here and how lucky I am. For you people to try to make me feel some type of way, you can't make me feel no type of way because I'm happy to be here. I'm lucky to be here. And then as for guys, like, boys didn't really like me. Boys did not like me growing up. I'm dark skinned. I'm from Africa. They didn't want anything to do with me. They didn't want nothing to do with me back then. But it's the same ugly, let me know. It's the same ugly niggas that be trying to talk to you now. And even black guys, y'all. Even black guys. Even African guys who look like me, who came from the same place that I came from, would try to make me feel undesirable or unwanted. When I got to high school, I was not having it. Nobody really messed with me in high school. I really did stay to myself. I had my few friends and that was it. Because I feel like by that time, I had kind of figured out how these people were and I just adapted to cutting them out. I just cut them out. That's how I am till today. There's no difference between us, you guys. I hope you guys realize we're all black. It was just a lot, you know? I think I just went through the regular experience. A lot of my African American friends, or should I say American African? A lot of my African friends that live here, grew up here, still experience the same thing that I experienced. But I feel like all of these things that happened to me, it all made me who I am today. It made me the bad bitch. Don't give a don't play with me. You will get beat up. I'm just kidding. You're not gonna get beat up because I don't fight. People really try to make me feel like I wasn't that bitch. Are they crazy? Like, I'm that bitch. I'm clearly that bitch. I'm clearly deserving of everything good in the world. And the fact that people try to like make me feel like I wasn't, I laugh. I chuckle. The way people treated me back then and seeing how they've changed and they've switched up and how society used to hate on African kids and now it's cool.
Let me be a part of it. Now we're all black kids.
Yeah. So to see all of that, I was just like, you people are not serious. It's all just games to you. It's all just what's cool, what's in, you know? It just made me see how fickle the world is and how fickle people are. And it definitely changed the way I move and the way I view people and the way I view friendships and the way I view love and family. I cannot be around people. I cannot date someone. I cannot be friends with somebody who doesn't have their own identity. They just go with what everybody else is doing. They just go with what's cool or what's acceptable at the moment. I cannot think of how people live like that. Like, that's really how a lot of people live. And it's like, no, because the world changes really fast. It changes all the time. There's new trends all the time. Are you gonna constantly keeping up with that? Like, that's stressful. That's crazy. That's a lot. I like people who have their own mind, their own identity, their own path, their own journey. They know that everybody's not the same. And that's why I hate Twitter now, because I feel like Twitter is one of those places where everybody tries to have one thought. Like, no. Everybody has to think this way, and if you don't think this way, you're crazy, you're wrong. We don't like you. We're gonna all come at you. And no, there's no way we all have one thought and we all think one thing, because we're not all under the same circumstances. We're not all experiencing the same exact life. I came from another country to here. I didn't meet my mom till I was 9, basically. Like, that all made me who I am as an individual. And my friend Aziza, who's on the phone with me right now, she has a different story, and that makes her, it shapes her to be who she is. So for me to try to make us both go by the same rules, it's like, that doesn't even make sense. We're not the exact same. One size doesn't fit all is basically what I'm saying. In a nutshell. I'm back, you all, and I already got my lip on. If you want to see my lip combo, yeah. If you want to see my lip combo that I got on right now, you're gonna have to watch my last vlog. Yeah. So I hope that you guys are able to understand me a little bit more now that you know like my background and my story and the way I process things and the way I was brought up, basically. I hope it gave you a better understanding of me as a person and just like what my agenda is in the world and how I present myself as a person. Let me know down in the comments if you have a similar experience or if you are also an immigrant or if you relate to anything. Also, make sure to give this a big thumbs up. Very important, okay? Liking and commenting helps me out a whole lot. So please make sure to like and comment. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!